One of the other dramas today, the ongoing confirmation hearings for key cabinet picks in the Trump administration, including his Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who's a very rich guy, and in keeping with the theme that we have a very rich cabinet coming in, so I don't really know if they have the highest IQ. I do know they have the highest net worth on paper of any cabinet in American history. And the issue and the controversy over that will kind of spilled over into the questioners earlier today. I want you to take a look at this.
Senator Wyden, I've got a Valium pill here that you might want to take before the second round.
Mr. Chairman, I hope that comment about Valium doesn't set the tone for 2017 in this committee. I like Senator Roberts, but I just can't quite believe that he would say that to a distinguished senator from Oregon.
I said that to the President of the United States at one.
Perhaps you did,
yeah.
But I would hope that doesn't set the tone for the session.
Mr.
Chairman,
all right.
I sit on
I have the time, please.
Senator Cordero, and the relationship we're building is so different from this.
I have the time,
please. This is just outrageous.
Listen,
I don't know about outrageous, but I think just a little pinprick of humor might help this committee from time to time, which I engage in.
Well, it seemed to work like a charm. That was just among the questioners. So go figure. Caitlin Huey-Burns are at RealClearPolitics with me right now. As we were saying, this is all part of the theater around confirmations, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Democrats don't have a way to block these nominees. Remember, they passed that filibuster changes to the rules, so they only
They must rule that day
exactly.
every day.
And you've heard Chuck Schumer say to that extent that they wish they could have those 60 votes. Now, you're going to see a lot of...
a majority, right?
Right, a majority of Republicans. And for most of these nominees, Republicans are widely on board with a lot of them. You're not going to see a lot of...
Is anyone in danger?
Tillerson, Secretary of State nominee, was kind of in danger at points, particularly, you know, in contrast with Russia and all those sorts of things. Republican senators wanted to use the confirmation hearings to kind of draw out a proxy fight on that issue. You're not really seeing a ton of resistance, though, and you might even get some Democrats on board for him. I think, you know, most of these confirmation picks are going to go through. Most Republicans are on board. Just a matter of Democrats wanting to kind of use this as a platform and a stage to kind of set up issues they care about and kind of undermine the
And you mentioned Tillerson, Caitlin, because John Kerry, we're told, is meeting with him today. I don't know where, maybe, but they are meeting, even though John Kerry himself is not going to the inauguration. I don't know why. Do you?
I don't know why. I mean, typically most people go, but you know, there have been a lot of Democrats, as we know, boycotting.
Any Democratic senators not going?
Interestingly enough, the Democratic senators, most of them are going. We haven't heard any dissent from Democratic senators who say that they are boycotting this. Now, a reason why is because they represent entire states.
Right.
A lot of them, you played the senator from Ohio, for example. Trump won Ohio. He's going to be there.
So it's one thing if you come from a rabid district where you had overwhelming support, like two-thirds of these non-goers are from California, for example.
Right, exactly. Districts that didn't support Trump, that, you know, many of these lawmakers on the House side were probably not going to show up anyway. You know, it's also going to rain, you know, that kind of thing. They're looking for ways to kind of protest, and their districts kind of allow them to do that in a way. Senators have a different deal, and they also, you know, a lot of them campaigned on, you know, respecting the process. Right? Respecting the peaceful transfer of power. We saw that as a big campaign theme coming from the Democrats during that one debate and then in the subsequent weeks. So it's kind of hard for them to say they respect the process and the institution and the peaceful transfer of power and not show up to witness it.
What about the pressure to deliver the goods in the first 100 days? I don't know where that started. I think with FDR, right? But that now, I was joking with one guest here, it's almost the first 100 minutes that you've got to be signing executive orders to undo the other guy's executive order or something to look busy.
And this kind of, a way to kind of immediately do everything you said you were going to do. And it was interesting because Republicans already started the process of repealing Obamacare before Trump, you know, before this week, of course.
That's right,
they
lay the groundwork.
Lay the groundwork, get the ball moving to show their constituents that, look, we've been campaigning on this for years, particularly this cycle. We need to show them that things are getting done. And particularly since Trump doesn't have his full cabinet in order, he's going to have to do things to make it look like everything's okay.
Well, how do you think,
we're moving.
what does he have to say tomorrow?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people, not just Democrats, but other voters are looking for him to kind of talk about unity because they want to get things done. Remember, he's also going in with the lowest approval rating than any other president-elect, and that would have been the case for Hillary Clinton, of course, too. So that was the theme during the campaign. Wants to get those numbers up, wants to talk about unity. We'll see what he says. It's supposed to be short, so just good for us if it's raining, right?
Yeah, if it's raining. Don't say that. Don't say that. Although you're right. That's what I'm hearing. Caitlin Huey-Burns.